I'm here with Mateen Stevens. We're here at Unity Jiu Jitsu. So Mateen, tell us how you got started in Jiu Jitsu and a little bit about yourself.
So I started Jiu Jitsu in April 2012, like April 1st in 2012, and I was 10 years old. My parents wanted me and my sister who to start doing self-defense classes. And even though I've been pretty active my whole life, Jiu-Jitsu was like my first sport I ever did. I never did like swimming, I never did soccer, I never did like running, I never did track or anything before Jiu-Jitsu. So I always been pretty active, but Jiu-Jitsu is my first sport.
Alright, and so when did you realize like this is the sport you want to pursue?
I started competing in like September, and I really enjoyed it, but like I got a lot more serious once I moved to like my second school, which was Alliance in New York City. The environment there was pretty good. I enjoyed it, and I started competing more seriously at that time in like the bigger tournaments and stuff like that. I started pursuing like I went to Five Grappling in Chicago. I went to the Invitations in Florida. I competed there, and then I started realizing that this is what I wanted to do, and I should devote a lot of attention to this specifically.
Okay, and so did you start out in the kids program?
I did start in the kids program, but like when I was with Alliance, I was doing the adult program as well. So now that I'm in Unity, I'm doing the adult program, I'm doing the kids program.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 13.
13 years old, wow.
I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for 3 years.
And you're already an orange belt.
Already an orange belt.
So describe what's your training schedule like?
Right now, at the moment, it's how it's been for like a month or so. For like, yeah, more than a month or so. But I've been training at 12 at noon for 2 hours. So I get here like around 10. No, I get here around like 11, 11:30. I start training at 12 to 2. And then I'm usually at Unity the whole day after that until my dad picks me up, or either I take the train back, which is a bit earlier. But if my dad picks me up, I get home around maybe 8. And I do the kids class at 4.
So
my training schedule.
So your whole day is based around your training schedule?
Based on my training schedule. I usually do my homework the night before or when I arrive home. And since I'm homeschooled, it's a very flexible environment in that sense.
Very nice. And so do you plan to pursue Jiu-Jitsu full-time throughout your whole life?
Yeah, definitely. I also have in the back of my head, like, if it's not Jiu-Jitsu, what else is it? Like, what else can I do, like, if I'm injured or something like that? So I'm also trying to make a base for myself in that area, also while pursuing Jiu-Jitsu, because Jiu-Jitsu is something I want to do at least 70%. Everything else is 30%, everything else is like there, but Jiu-Jitsu is definitely the main thing.
Alright. And so you brought up injuries. Have you ever been injured before that you can remember, and was it significant to your Jiu-Jitsu career or training?
I'm really glad and really fortunate that I've never been like injured. I've never broken a bone or anything like that. So I've just like sprained like my ankle before, but never anything like major where I had to stop. I sprained my ankle before I started Jiu-Jitsu. It wasn't anything.
Okay. So how were you able to train through that injury? Did you just take time off? Were you just careful with your movement, your steps?
Yeah, like I said, like I had that before I started Jiu-Jitsu, but like if I saw anything, I just like roll it out the next day. It's not anything major. Yeah.
Okay, so more on your recovery methods. What do you do after a really hard training session or before to help you prepare for that hard training session to walk away and get ready for the next training session?
Funny thing is that like around at this age, I'm 13 right now, I don't really get sore or anything right now. So, but if anything, it's just whey protein. I take organic whey protein, but that's like, I try to do that after every training session. It helps to replenish my energy and stuff like that. But not anything major. I don't do like pre-workout or anything like that. I just like train.
Okay, and have you had any problems with like gaining weight? Have you considered gaining more weight, like muscle?
I think like right now, like, cause I haven't like reached the age where you start developing a lot of muscle right now. But I do like lift weight like here and there. I think it's important to always stay on top of that at the same time while training, because you always need that extra edge, I think. Even though training always trumps your weightlifting or everything like that. But I try to do it here and there to stay on top, stay strong. Yeah.
Okay. How else do you train your body outside of Jiu-Jitsu? Do you do yoga? Do you weightlift? Do you do any extra physical conditioning or endurance training?
No, nothing like. I just like at home. at my house. I have like some weights and stuff like that. I just do that. I want to start being more serious about that, but it hasn't come to that time yet.
Uh-huh. And so, in your homeschooling, or what grade would you be equivalent to?
I'm in 8th grade right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like just like
13 years old.
junior high, like almost
Junior
middle
high, sort of, yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
Tell us why it's important to keep your body healthy for jiu-jitsu.
Like, it's definitely important, like, if you're going to train, like, maybe 3 hours a day to 5 hours a day, it's important to always stay healthy, always stay on top of that. Especially if you're prone to getting cramps or prone to getting injuries, or you're in an injury-prone environment. It's definitely important to always stay healthy so you can keep training. If that's what you want to do for a job, if you're teaching classes, if you're teaching seminars, if you're doing privates, like that.
Okay. And so, obviously here at Unity, the training sessions are intense. The mats get really sweaty. How do you stay injury-free under those circumstances?
I think it's a gray line that you have to determine for yourself when you have to decide whether if being too careful is going to sacrifice your training session. Because I don't think it's good to play it 100% safe. I think you should definitely take precautions and be mindful of your surrounding. But if that's going to decide whether you're going to train hard because the mats are too sweaty and like, oh, I might slip, so I'm not going to go for this takedown. That's like it's kind of a bummer.
You limit yourself.
So yeah, you limit yourself in a way, and it's a gray line that you should determine for yourself. I'm not going to say that it's better to play it 100% safe so you don't get injured. I'm going to say that it's a gray line you have to determine for yourself.
Really great answer, yeah. What can you recommend for other jiu-jitsu players to keep their bodies healthy, and what's the importance of that?
I think eating right is definitely it plays a big part in like the way you feel before training, the way you feel after training, the way you feel while training. And like I've heard a lot of people say like what I eat doesn't determine like how I train. It's true, what you eat doesn't determine how you train, but determines how you feel. So if you're gonna be eating like McDonald's burgers all day and then you come to training and you're like, oh, I feel tired and all that, then it's like it's not. It doesn't determine how you train, but it determines the way you feel. So I think the best thing to do, the way to stay healthy, the most basic thing is to eat right. Try to eat good food. I'm not saying to try to go to Whole Foods every day, try to get organic food, or try to go non-GMO and stuff like that. I'm just saying to watch what you eat. That's my opinion. That's what I've been doing.
Alright, and more on the topic of how do you keep your skin healthy? Like, do you have any special routines, soaps, post-training or after training?
I just try to use good hygiene. I don't really like use any special soap, even though I'm open to trying soap, trying routines and stuff like that. I've had good soap before, but I've never like have a specific soap or done a specific routine. I just think like after training, use soap, have good hygiene, use a good brand of soap, but I don't have any recommendations. I don't have any preferences.
Alright. What can you recommend, or what can you say to people who are too timid to try jiu-jitsu?
I think I'm not going to say jiu-jitsu is for everyone. I think that everyone should try it, but at the end of the day, like it depends on how you feel yourself. So if you don't feel like it's for you, then it's not for you. But there are definitely, I think it's always good to try new things. I think it's always good to, I'm not saying don't try jiu-jitsu, I'm saying try it. But it might not be for you, it might be for you, you never know, especially with children, you never know. They always want to try something new, so you might as well, yeah.
Alright, and alright, so next we're going to move on, but before that, got a bag of goodies for you.
Oh, nice, thank you.
So from my sponsor, Conca Fightwear.
Conca Fightwear.
Nice hat, and then we got Iron Lion soap for you. This is the
Thank you.
Mojo bar, their newest WYN bar,
Yeah.
and their Nana bar. So this is like tea tree oil, hemp oil. It's really it's perfectly all natural for your skin.
Nice.
It's homemade, handcrafted. They make it in small batches. This has Moroccan clay, aloe vera, very nutritious for your skin. And then the Mojo, it has oatmeal to take away like dead skin flakes. So if you have a really hard training session one day, you want to get all the gunk off you, this is what you would use. And it comes in bigger bars. These are just samples I brought for you. And
I'll use it today.
yeah, put that there. And then we got a big bag of Superman herbs, a bunch of different samples. Have you heard of these before?
Yeah, I've heard of these before. I have some actually.
Okay, yeah, so this is pine pollen. Yeah, this is just a bunch of nutrients inside. You take it before you sleep. Rhodiola for focus. So, and you would mix these into smoothies, or if you're strong, just down it with water. You'll be fine. Sea buckthorn for energy. Take it in the morning, and it's really good for your skin as well. This is really good. It's called Hercules 2 formula.
Okay.
And so this is a really good pre-workout. You take it about 20 minutes before training. It's really great for your body, mental focus, mental endurance. It has things in here that are adaptogens, which helps you adapt to stress. So you would stay calm during, say, a competition. I used this at Pan Am's. And I was perfectly fine before and after the roll. And what else do we have? L-Thoro. And this is just the separate ingredient, which is an antigen, so it helps you adapt to that stress. Body, it gives you physical endurance, mental endurance. It'll make you sweat a lot and increase your lung capacity, which makes you have a way longer workout. I can roll on this for like 2 hours straight. I love it, yeah. And got some stickers in there for you. And if you're ever in California, let me know. We'll go to Polar Cryotherapy. It's a 3-minute session at about negative 250 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll help chill your whole body right below the nerves, give you a total muscle recovery, plus reduced inflammation and release different enzymes throughout your body. It's really great for recovery.
Awesome.
So, any last words for the camera that you would want to part with?
Thank you guys for the interview. Thank you guys for the Q&A. This is a Q&A right now. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Thank you to Brian. Thank you to Modern Practitioner. You know, like I just go on Instagram. If I see like a 5 grappling type of tournament, I try to do that. Or if I see that there's like some small tournament here or there, I try to do that. But also, I want to make sure that I'm not just competing because I can. I want to make sure I'm competing and I know I'm going to try to win this. I'm not trying to compete because like, oh, I can get a credential here. If I compete and I get second. No, I want to always try to get first.